Okay, hi there guys, I am... Okay, let me check. Yeah, I'm Ville and today we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct of last night. Did you watch it? Huh? You didn't? Oh my god, you bitches! Go watch it! Because this is gonna feature spoilers, but if you don't mind spoilers then stay here. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct of last night and the Wii U games. The 3DS is doing fine, but the Wii U is struggling. Iwata has cut his pay in half and everything. Last year, just games bombing everywhere. But so how is it gonna go from this point forward? And in the Direct, first we see Smash Brothers. Little Mac in Smash Brothers. Oh yeah, bitches. Because he's a good fit. He's a fighter, he's a boxer. Okay, that's a good fit. But the release date is 2014. Which of course I'm a bit skeptical about. Because it's I have a hunch that it might be 2015. Easily. Anyway. Smash Brothers. Okay, then you have Donkey Kong Tropical Country. No, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It looks good, but I'm just not that interested. And also it's a platformer. It's coming out the end of this month, but it's a platformer. Nintendo seems to be putting out platformers. Quite a lot of platformers. And there's only so much platforming that a man can do. At least me. Yeah. So that is coming out this month. Then they have NES Remix 2 coming out on April 25th. It's NES Remix. It's the old NES games having new kind of challenges, all hashed and mixed together. And with Super Mario Brothers, like this amazing innovation of Luigi playing Super Mario Brothers from right to left. Okay, well it's kind of a neat idea because Super Mario Brothers is one of the most legendary games in all of gaming. But it just the situation is quite bad for the Wii U, so it kind of seems when they are releasing these NES remixes, like more and more remixes, more rehashing, like I mean new Super Mario Brothers U, new Super Luigi Brothers, and Kirby, and another Kirby game, and one Yoshi game, and another Yoshi game. It's like the same things are flying around all the time, so when you release this kind of then you have Dr. Luigi, then they are releasing the original version of Dr. Mario. It's kind of like, god damn it Nintendo, so much rehashing going on. So yeah, but that's just how it is. And I think it's just like because Nintendo are so like they're at their limit, they're trying to put out games because the third-party developers are basically running away. And Nintendo can't catch them because they're in Japan, so they're so far away, so they just can't go there and grab them and say that, okay, make games for us, bitches. But no, they can't do that. So they have to make all the games themselves. So this is what they just in panic mode trying to figure out games. But this is what the games they're making. It's not working. And then you have Game Boy Advance emulator coming out in April. Metroid Fusion, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Yoshi's Island, the original one, like the Super Mario Advance version. But again, Nintendo games which are already released on the 3DS Virtual Console, and also why Game Boy Advance on the Wii U? Same as why Nintendo DS on the Wii U? Why not on the handheld? Again, probably the same reason, it's panic mode. They figured out that they have to put out games because other companies are not putting out games. So they're trying to get all of the games that they have in their catalog to put on Wii U. I don't know if this even includes the other companies. Are the other companies even interested, apart from Capcom, putting out games on the Wii U Virtual Console? Because the Wii U Virtual Console is really... it's not super expansive. It's like going up in a really tiny increments all the time. And the same games we have seen or we already have on the 3DS or have seen in the Wii virtual console, whatever. So it's just like there's something is going wrong. And Nintendo, maybe they're just trying to like expand the virtual console with their own games. So okay, we have to put Game Boy Advance emulator there, so we can put our own games there. We have to put Nintendo DS emulator on the machine, so we can put our own games, own DS games on the Wii U. This is the situation. That's what it seems like. Not very good. Okay, then we had Mario Kart 8, which is coming out in May the 30th. So it's like 3-4 months still to that, but it looks great. It looks great, and it seems that the anti-gravity thing, like where the carts or machines can drive on walls, or they can drive in the ceiling or whatever, they just stick to the surface, then the tracks in the trailer look awesome. It's in HD, and you see that the tracks are going up, like vertically, they're going down vertically, so it's gonna be cool. I would think that you're gonna have some nice views, because the tracks are not just gonna go like this. Yeah, we are rolling down the road, but you can just go up and you can go down and whatever, this kind of motion. So it's a good addition to the gameplay, I would say. But for the online portion of Mario Kart 8, I really don't have much like expectations, because that's the thing. People are complaining like online. Yeah, haha. Very ironic that people are online complaining about the online of Mario Kart and Nintendo games. But if you see the Nintendo games, what kind of online systems they have, they are pretty crappy. They are really basic still. It's the other companies like Capcom in Monster Hunter or Treyarch in Call of Duty who are making the actual real good online, expansive online modes, but not Nintendo. So I wouldn't expect much from the Mario Kart online system. It's probably gonna be this much better than the Mario Kart 7 online system, which still is a bit basic, or a bit basic. When you're in the lobby, you can't even text with the other players. You can only choose one of like several predetermined sayings. Okay, this was a good race, I'm looking forward to this, or whatever. You can't even like type out your own messages. So this is what you want to expect from Mario Kart 8. It's gonna be this much better online than Mario Kart 7. That's just my estimation. Then you have the X, the Xenoblade sequel. There's less color, but it still looks good. It's in HD. You have huge swords, you have Gatling guns, you have big mechs there, like big robots that you can steer, and you can fly and whatever. So it's the same like mechanic than in Xenoblade, which was an amazing game. I don't even like RPGs. I don't like the traditional Japanese RPGs, because they are so long-winded, so much text and so much, oh my god, this is the story, this is the plot, oh, and then when you go fighting, you have to like trudge through all these menus and choose an attack, and now you are attacking and now the other person is attacking. It's just so boring. But Xenoblade is an RPG which kicks those RPG habits in the ass like it should, and Xenoblade was, with Monster Hunter, the two best games on the Wii. So this sequel is gonna be awesome. If they keep the quality up, it's gonna be a total diamond of a game. But again, no release date. 2014 or 2015 even. So you have to gonna wait for this one. And then finally Bayonetta 2, that's in 2014, and Bayonetta 1 was a nice game. There's nice plot in it that you're actually fighting angels, not demons, and the gameplay is really fluid. It's really fun, easy to combo, easy to counter and whatever. So, and it's tongue-in-cheek, there's much humor, and it has its own personality. It's not like heavy rock, it actually has this kind of jazzy soundtrack. So it's a nice package, Bayonetta 1, and Bayonetta 2 looks good, and it looks more of the same, so it's probably gonna be a good game. But again, no release date, 2014. So this is why you could say that the Wii U is a support console. The games are coming out, but you have to wait for them. And this is just the reality. And the problem with the Wii U is that the third-party developers have gone away. That's the problem. With the other Nintendo consoles, if you think about the previous Nintendo consoles, the games always took a long time to develop, because that's how it is. If you make a really good game, you're gonna have to use a lot of time to polish the game, to make the game and to polish the game. And that's how Nintendo make the games. But in the older machines, you had the third-party games there to fill out the gaps. So you had the amazing Nintendo games, and then you had the other games from other game companies. So you were like, all year long you are getting amazing games. But now the third-party developers are not there. So it's only Nintendo who is putting out games. It's on their shoulders, the whole goddamn console. And I mean, I've been complaining about this so much, like on the internet and everywhere, about this. Why is Nintendo doing this? Why are they not doing that? Why does the online suck? Why? But now I've realized that that is just how it is. The Nintendo Wii U is best used as a support console. I mean, these are the games that I own for the Wii U. Nintendo Land didn't buy, came with the system. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, this I bought, and I bought the console for this one, and it was worth it, because this game is just amazing, ball-tastic. And then Assassin's Creed 3, I haven't even started playing this, because I'm still playing Assassin's Creed 2. So, that's just how it is. The awesome games are coming out, but it's gonna take a long time, and there's nothing to fill the gap in between. That's the reality, so you just have to accept it. And that's the thing. If you have a Wii U, then I suggest that you get another console. If you don't have, if you have, then play with those consoles. Play on the PC, play on Steam. Steam has a lot of games. A lot of like new indie games coming out. The prices are very cheap, very reasonable. There are sales like many times a year. Steam is one of these things that it's just kicking ass in the gaming world. I bought most of my games from Steam like last fall. That is good. And then I bought, like a year ago or something, I bought an Xbox 360, maybe 2 years ago. An Xbox 360 from GameStop, used, 100 euros, and it's the big hard drive version. So you can get these kinds of machines for really cheap, and the library is just amazing. Like you go, for example, to GameStop, and you can see that there are tons of 360 games out there that you can get for cheap, like really good AAA titles with 5 to 20 euros, like in this kind of span. So that is just how it is. If you own a Wii U, then it's gonna take a long time, so just try to go and find some other platforms to game on. They are out there, but you just have to move on from the Wii U while you wait. And if you're planning on getting the Wii U, I mean, the console is great, the gamepad is great, but I just don't like... I mean, the games are just not there. The Virtual Console is good, but where are the games? That's the problem. So if you are still waiting on should you buy the Wii U, then it's kind of a tricky thing, because I can't recommend it still at this moment, unless you are really fanatical about Nintendo games. But like I said, I only have bought 3 like retail games on the system. So at this price point and at this schedule that the third-party developers have just vanished, then I would say that Nintendo should cut the price, because this console is way too expensive at this moment. So they should be cutting the price. I don't know if they can cut the price. Probably there's always going to be a room for cutting the price. But That's my opinion. It's way too expensive at this moment. Because like I said, you can buy a 360 for €100 and get like a library of so many hundred games and awesome games. And then you buy the Wii U and the games just are not there. And they're not coming either. That's the thing. That's the reality. And the fact is that Nintendo just can't churn out games. Like in the old times, like I said, that they take a lot of time to develop. They don't have the capacity to make games themselves. I think that they were hoping that this Wii U would gonna be just the same kind of a fad that the Wii was. That people are gonna buy it like tons of these consoles, and then all the other third-party developers are just gonna come automatically. Okay, everyone's buying a Wii U, we have to get on board, and the other developers just come. But no, it's a total opposite situation. So they are just not there, and Nintendo don't have the capacity to make super good games and release them in like year-long period. That's just not possible. They would have to like expand their studios quite much. So that's the reality. So it's kind of a moot point to try to whine about it all the time. I have been whining about it myself, but I've realized that it doesn't help. They can't change the situation. It's a home console. It has been like measured so that they are the Nintendo games and then there are the third-party games. Just like with any console. There are a lot of developers making the game, and then suddenly the third-party developers are not there. So you have a console that is only relying on Nintendo and some other games, and it's just like, what can you do at that point? Nothing else than making these NES remixes type games. That's the only thing you can do. And it's a sad thing because it's cutting down Nintendo's innovation as well, because they are so stressed out. Okay, we have to put out something. So they put out these easy, safe type of games. Whatever they can quickly make. So it's cutting down the innovation as well, but that's the reality. So yeah. So the Wii U is gonna be a support console, in my opinion. I have PC, I have Steam, I have the 3DS, which is doing fine. I have the Xbox 360, and these are the machines that I'm gaming on, because they have games. But the Wii U is like, it's like something you have on hold, and then you're checking, okay, is there games there? No. Okay, is there games? Okay, at some point there's gonna be a game like on this system, but for the meantime I'm gonna game with these other systems. So yeah, that's my opinion and analysis of this. Like, people were expecting something huge to happen, but that's just not how it goes. Nintendo they have the situation and they can't change it. Just like they can't magically just change everything upside down. That's not reality. That's the situation, and it is what it is. So get used to it and do something else. So yeah, those were my thoughts on the matter. So if you have any questions or comments, then leave them below. So what can you do? Wish Nintendo luck, but that's just how it is. So see you guys.